Oh, really? That's awesome. What did you do to celebrate her birthday?
My mom made cake and we cut that and we ate dinner.
Oh, did you bring for your friends here? Like they're all waiting for cake, right, Rama? Everyone is waiting for the cake now. Now you tempted everyone. Okay, so that cake is due maybe next time when we meet. But let's wish Avni a very happy Krishna conscious birthday. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to you again. I see a lot of devotees have joined, but their cameras are, I guess, not working. Or they haven't turned on their cameras. Because are you celebrating the World Shy Day today? No. Please keep your camera on so I can see your glorious faces and then we can have a nice conversation. Okay, who has learned a new verse in the last 5-6 days? Who has learned a new verse which you didn't know before? Okay, Sampada, you want to tell, please?
Yeah, I memorized the Kunti Maharani prayers. The second one, Maya Javani Kachanam Agyatoksajam Aviyam Nalakshya Se Muradrisa Nato Natyadhara Yatha.
Very good, very nice. So the meaning of this prayer is, you know the meaning also?
Yeah, I think Kunti Maharani said that fools cannot see you because you are covered with your deleted light, and yeah, and then you're covered like you're covered like an actor is covered with his dress in his role.
Very nice. So who can tell a similar verse from Bhagavad Gita? Fools cannot understand me. It's the 9th chapter, I guess. Navya knows.
Of Jananti?
Yes. What's that verse?
Avjananti Mamura Manusham Tanu Mashita.
Param
Bhagam Ajananto Mama Bhutam Maheshwaram.
Very good. Which verse is that? Who knows the answer? Mahima?
Chapter 9, text 11.
Very good. Very good. So you see the similarity between the two verses? Are you all able to understand the similarity? That's how we have to build more and more verses. And then let's say tomorrow you hear something from Nectar of Instruction. Tomorrow you hear something from Ishopanishad or Bhagavatam. You can start adding some notes, whether in your Bhagavad Gita or in your notebook. So this will help you to understand the scriptures from a broader perspective. Yes, Viraj, what's up? Vinayak, please rename yourself.
I was just asking if I could say the sloka I learned this week.
Sure, go ahead and please rename also, okay?
Yes, Raji. Mam chayo vibicharena bhakti yogina sevata sagunan samatatyaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate.
Very good.
I think it's 8.26.
Who knows the meaning of this verse? Did everyone hear the verse?
Which verse, Prabhu?
The one Vinayak just said. Mam chayo, you said this one, right?
Yes, Raji, 14.26.
Okay, 14.26. Who knows the meaning? Mam chayo vicharena bhakti yogina sevate. Hey, all of you passed the exam. I have to take the certificates back. I see that. Okay, tell Biraj.
It means that if you follow the path of devotional service, you will attain the level of a Brahmin.
Very good. Unalloyed devotional service. Unalloyed. It's an important word there. Okay, very good, very good. So that's good. So keep learning new verses. Okay, every week at least try 1, 2, 3 verses, and then you will get closer to your goal. Okay. Let's chant some prayers. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangvam Rangaya Te Girimit Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarini Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, thank you again for joining. I see a few devotees joined after we started. Prapti, Heli, Prakriti, Mishti, Ethereal, Vyom, thank you all for your kind association. So grateful to all and very, very fortunate. So what was the homework last time? Yes, Mahima.
I think we had to list like the major things we do for Krishna consciousness and what is like the weakness in your relationship with Krishna.
Okay. Raise your hand if who has done this thing, this homework. Okay, most of you have done, which is very good. Who is very eager to speak today? We'll pick 2 of you. Who wants to say? Well, if you have written, it will be good to speak, right? Otherwise, how will you get better? Okay, Vedahi and Vinayak. Go ahead.
So on mine, I put like what helps is like eating prasadam, and like what hurts it is when we eat like outside food, like if we go out to eat, like that, since it's not necessarily prasadam.
That's it?
No, I put like it also helps like when we do more spiritual stuff, like if I do more chanting and like reading compared to if I just like sit around and be like lazy or whatever.
Okay, thank you for your honest introspections. Yes, Vinayak, what have you written? Very nice, Vedahi.
Praji, I on my daily basis, the 4 things I do is eating, sleeping, homework, and if I have free time, games. Eating, I can eat prasadam. Sleeping, I can sleep after I chant. Homework, I can do homework for this class or any other Krishna class. And TV, I can watch Krishna shows and something like that.
Very good. So what's the question to what will help us to strengthen our relationship, right? And what will help to weaken that relationship? Or what's not a good thing, correct? Okay. Very good, Vinayak. Very good. Anyone else wants to say anything else we have not yet covered? Yes, Mahima?
Should I say something or should I read my essay, Prabhuji?
Okay, read your essay.
Okay. The major things I do in Krishna consciousness are chanting, kirtan, cooking prasadam, attending classes, and reading books like Bhagavad Gita. Also, whenever I do something, I will offer it to Krishna. These actions help me grow in bhakti-wise. But on the other hand, the weaknesses in my relationship with Krishna are that sometimes I can't fully concentrate on my chanting, and sometimes I do activities that do not include Krishna, like watching TV. But I believe that if we keep on doing the activities that will help our bhakti grow, then we can overcome the weaknesses in our relationship with Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Good job. I like how you have put in the form of an essay. This is how I would like everyone to write, because this will help you in your every aspect, in your English, in your writing skills, in your bhakti skills, in your spiritual life. So writing essay means writing an essay, 1 or 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs, etc. You all get such homeworks in schools to write essays on some topics or something? right? Most of you must be getting, or you will get, right? You know what's extempore? Who knows what's extempore? Oh, Mishti will tell. Okay.
Means like you just like you speak on the spot. Like if somebody gives you like a topic, you just speak on it without like preparation or without writing an essay.
Yeah, without much preparation. Okay, write that word in your English dictionary and you can build more on that. Yeah, so that's extempore. It's very good practice because it's like what you have assimilated throughout your years, your months, years of learning. And then let's say if I ask you, okay, can you speak about importance of cow protection, right? You are not prepared for it, but I'm sure you can speak something about it, right? Right? Who all can speak something about it? Right? You all can speak something about it, right? So, okay, we will practice that today, okay? In break rooms, how about that towards the end, okay? This is not the topic, I'll give you the topic, okay? Okay, so now we will come to today's discussion. So we are at chapter 9. We'll try to take a few things. Very, very important chapter in Bhagavad Gita is chapter 9. Therefore, it is called, who will fill in the blanks? Therefore, it is called the most dash of all knowledge. Ethereal.
Confidential.
Most confidential. And what's the word used? In 9.2, what's the word used to tell it's confidential? Vedi?
It's in the sloka Raj Vidya Raj Kuyam.
Yes, that's 9.2. What's that word? Who knows the word?
See, Kuyam?
Guyatamam. Iti Rajvidya Raj Guyam. Rajvidya Raj Guyam. Pavitramidam. Uttamam. Pratyaksham. Did I say it right? Rajvidya Raj Guyam. Pavitramidam. Pratyakshavagamam. Susukham kartam abhyayam. So the most confidential of all knowledge, so the most secretive. It's such a secret, it's such an open secret that no one wants to open the secret. Right? That's Bhagavad Gita. We also discussed 9th point, what's that verse? My devotee will never perish. Who knows that verse? In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9. Who knows that verse? My devotee, actually it's what 9:22. I will preserve what they lack or what they have and provide what they lack. Vinita?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I think it's 9.22.
Yes. Very good, very nice. Just right on spot. So I'll tell you a special story. You want to hear a story about Gita Panda? How many of you know a story about Gita Panda? Anyone? Some of you may have heard, but it's a very nice story. So let's hear it. There was a great Brahmana in the holy land of Jagannath Puri. So what happened? He was a firm, devotee, very, very nice. Ananyas Chintayantoma. With unalloyed devotion, he used to remember Kṛṣṇa, serve Kṛṣṇa. And this is the whole chapter. Chapter 9 is the last section specifically talks about the glories of bhakti, right? There's so many verses which talk about glories of bhakti, right? Patram pushpam phalam toyam. We discussed last time. We discussed the inner meanings as well. You all remember that? Raise your hand if you remember the inner meanings of the Patram pushpam. How many of you opened your notebooks after the class between the week, anytime? After the class was over, you opened to review what you studied. Okay, good job, good job. That's a very nice practice which will help you. Otherwise, you will quickly forget. So practice is important. Remembering is important. So Gita Panda was a great devotee, but he was very poor. He hardly had enough grains at home to eat, and the wife was not such a great devotee. And Gita Panda was always used to chant this: that Krishna will preserve what we have and provide what we lack, right? That means there will be no shortage to a devotee in any aspect. And the wife was thinking, well, we don't even have food. My kids are hungry. and you are saying this. So she put a big scratch on this verse. This is not correct. Because you are a devotee, Krishna is not providing. And then Gita Panda didn't like this whole episode. He went out to take some bath in the water, and then there was a knock at the door. There were two effulgent personalities. One was dark color, fresh monsoon cloud-like color, and one was milk color. Who can guess who were those two wonderful personalities? Navya?
Lord Krishna and Lord Balram. Ji.
Yes, Lord Krishna and Balram, or Lord Jagannath and Lord Baladev, right? Who knows the prayer to Lord Jagannath? Raise your hand, you learned that prayer. Okay, Om.
Devadeva Jagannatha Prabhanati Vinasna Traimam Pundalikaksha Patitam Pavasagare.
Wonderful. Who knows the prayer to Lord Baladev? Krishna, where did Rama go? Okay, tell Krishna. Prayer to Baladev.
What is the first word?
Namaste, Allah, Graha.
Namaste Hala Graha, Namaste Mushala Yuda, Namaste Revati Kanta, Namaste Bhaktavatsala.
Wonderful, good job. So the two wonderful personalities, Krishna and Balram, were at the door. And they said, oh, we have brought a lot of food for you. Rice, dal, and all the rations, sabji, roti, pizza, pasta. All of you like that, right? What else you like? Burger, gulab jamun, cakes, samosa, mangoes. we are due with our gulab jamun party also and mango party also, right? So we'll have it soon. Who is going to host it? Who's going to host? All of you want to host it. That's wonderful. Then we have to expand ourselves like Brahma. So one day at Virat's home, one day at Krishna's home, one day at Navya's home, right? Okay, good. We'll have it soon. Pray to Krishna so we can all maybe one day meet and have this in person and have Gulab Jamun party also. So anyways, the two personalities brought this nice prasadam, this nice bhoga, because Krishna says, I will preserve what you do have and provide what you lack. 9 point, which verse? 22. Okay. And he said, oh, you are two young but wonderful boys. Please have food at our home. Please have food at our home. Please have lunch with us. He said, no, our tongue is cut. We can't speak. They showed the tongue. They didn't speak anything. They just showed the tongue is cut. They were surprised. They were so beautiful. And they could not speak properly because their tongue was cut. And then they left. And then guess who came back? Who came back? Who had gone to bathe? Sahas?
The Guru Panda.
Gita Panda, yeah.
Gita Panda.
His name was Arjuna. Arjuna, I forgot the last name. But yeah, Gita Panda came back, was a great devotee, and then he saw what's going on, and how come all this bhoga has been brought up. Hey, Binayak, you want to say something, or your hand is up? Although
I want to just say before this class I just read this story, and I think the Brahman's name was Arjunacharya.
Arjunacharya, yes, Arjunacharya. Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing that. So yes, so he came back, and then guess what happened? The wife told what had happened, and then Gita Panda could recognize that these are none other than Krishna and Balram, Jagannath and Baladev, and that the cutting of the tongue is none other than because the words of Bhagavad Gita are spoken by the lotus mouth of Krishna. So having doubt in the words of Krishna is basically hurting the Supreme Lord, correct? So And then the poor wife said, oh my God, I did such a wrong thing by doubting the words of Bhagavad Gita. For a doubting soul, there is no happiness in this world or the next. And then she realized the lesson. And then they went to Lord Jagannath and saw 3 dots on his lips, on his mouth. So, and you all know the story of Draupadi's Akshapatra, the patra which never ended. How many of you know the story? Raise your hand. Right? So she was given the special Akshapatra. One more story I'll tell. There was once talking about rebuilding relationship with the Supreme Lord. You all like stories, right? One time there was a Gurukul, and the Guru was teaching these kids, and you have graduation, right? You have graduation ceremonies and stuff. So in the Gurukul also there is graduation, and the kids were graduating, going from middle school to high school, I guess, right? That's how it works here. And then high school to college. Is that correct? Okay, so they were going from to the next grade. And there was a boy whose name was Sham. So Sham was very poor. And the Guru said, well, everyone can bring something. We will have a feast tomorrow for the Guru, the graduation ceremony. Okay, the initiation ceremony, the graduation, we will have a feast. So someone brought rice, someone brought rajma. What else someone brought? Okay, type in the chat. If you were in the ceremony, what will you take in that ceremony? I want to hear all the things which they were brought. What will you get? Which sweet will you get? There are so many 100 types of sweet. So Sas will get pasta, samosa and kachori. Okay, laddu. Pizza, gulab jamun. Vedi will get gulab jamun. Lot of pizzas. Okay, naan. Vinita, naan. Wow. Jalebi. Who will get sabji, Baba? Everyone gets sweets and pizza, no sabji. Who is bringing sabji? Right in the chat. Fruits, Binayak will get fruits, so we can all be healthy. Ishan will get doi, mishti doi. Paneer sabji. Oh, wow. So all of them, they decided, okay, I'll bring rice, I'll bring gulab jamun, I'll bring ice cream, I'll bring this. Yeah. But this poor Sham, no, okay, now back to story. Now this poor Sham was thinking, he went and asked his mother, everyone is bringing something. But before that, let me give you a background. You know, this Sham, to go to the Gurukul, he had to cross a very solitary place. Okay, he had to cross a very solitary place. And how many of you would be scared if you were to walk for 2 miles with no one around? Right? You're all alone, no one around, and just trees and everything. Yeah? Pretty much everyone would be scared, right? It's not easy. So Sham was scared also. But his mother used to say, don't worry, my dear Sham, your elder brother lives in the forest. Your elder brother, his name is Gopal, he lives in the forest. Whenever you need him, call out, he'll be there to help you. And he had firm faith in the words of mother. So he would call out Gopal, and guess who would come? Gopal would come to help him whenever he needed help. Right? So Gopal would accompany him to the school, to the Gurukul. And he had a beautiful relationship with Gopal. If we approach Kṛṣṇa, he will be there to help us in wherever circumstance we need. So we have to have faith, right? If we need help in studies, we can ask Kṛṣṇa, I'm struggling with this physics problem, maths problem. Please help me. If we need help in dance, Kṛṣṇa, I want to dance. Please help me. If we need help in sports, we can ask Kṛṣṇa, it's okay. Right? If we need help in anything, whether we are fearful, whether we are happy, whether we discuss, we have to offer our grades, we get some medals, some recognition, some awards, some trophies, right? You all get some certificate, something, right? In sports or academics or extracurriculars, right? We should all offer it to Kṛṣṇa, right? Because that's our fruit of our work. So Gopal would come to help. Now back to the story of the graduation. The same Gurukul had this ceremony, and then what to do? The poor mother was thinking, what should I give? What should I give? We don't have even enough to, feed Sham. How will we feed? There are 200 kids there, right? So it is a big ceremony. So guess what did Sham said? Anyone, any guesses? Yes, Mishti.
He asked Gopal.
Yes, he asked Gopal. Yes, mother, don't worry. My elder brother Gopal will help me. Please, mother was crying. I said, Gopal will help me. And then he asked, brother, you tell me what should I go and bring? So the brother said, okay, I will give you dahi. I will give you yogurt. Okay. And then Sham said, okay, I'll bring yogurt. Guru said, are you sure you'll be able to get for 200 people? He said, yeah, my brother promised me he'll give me. And guess what? The day of the ceremony came. And then Sham was there going to the school, going to his Gurukul, and asked Gopal, today is the ceremony. Come, give me, I'm waiting for the yogurt. The Guru is waiting. So the Gopal gave him a bowl of yogurt. That bowl was only this big. How many people can eat with the bowl this big? Type in the answer in the chat. Let me see. How many people can eat from a bowl, a regular bowl, with can hold in one hand? One half, right? Even if someone takes only little, they'll at max 2 people, right? You all agree? Half, 1, 2. But now there are 200 people, and then the Guru was surprised. Well, have you brought this for yourself or for the ceremony? So they were all making fun of Sham. The Sham said, no, my elder brother does not lie. He provides what we lack and preserves what we have. And Sham said, Guru, please start distributing. My brother does not lie. So guess what? So they started to distribute. Gave to the first person. There was more yogurt. He gave to the next person. There was boom. Oops. The more you scoops you take, it was rebuilding or the yogurt was coming again and again. Again, it was never ending. They gave to 200 people, still the bowl was full. Right? Same as Akshay Patra. Akshay, who knows the meaning of Akshay? Yes, good. Who will tell? Kṛṣṇa, tell. And others write in your Sanskrit dictionary you're building.
Akshay means like never ending. Like Akshay means
never ending. Very good. Like this bowl we discussed, or like the plate which Draupadi had. So Shaya means end. Akshaya means never end. Okay. So this is the story of, again, that Kṛṣṇa promises, my devotee will never perish. Now we come to, so everyone good so far? Everything okay? So far so good? Do you like this story of Gopal and Sham? Okay. So now we are at chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita, right? The most confidential knowledge. We have covered till verse number 27. Okay. What do you think, Kṛṣṇa is partial or impartial? We have discussed this topic before, right? We have covered this topic. That's basically text number. Let me share it with all of you also so you can see. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. 927 covered. So 928 is also on the same lines of bhakti. Who wants to read 929? Akshay? Akshay Prabhu, please.
Yes, Prabhu. Samaham sarva bhutesu name dvasya astina priya ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maiteshu kapiyaham.
Chapyaham. Good job. Who will read the translation? Ethereal.
I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I'm equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, isn't me, and I am also a friend to him.
Very good. So this famous question which many people sahas. Which verse are we talking about?
9.29.
Yes, what did we read just now?
Reading.
Okay, I see your nice Spider-Man shirt. Let's pay attention, everyone, okay? So Krishna is equal to all, but those who render service, those who develop a relationship, he has a special relationship with them. Those who don't forget Krishna, Krishna does not forget them. Those who always think of Krishna in their hearts, Krishna always thinks of them in their heart. Correct? You all agree with that? Who has learned the word sadhu or hridayo mayyam? Anyone has learned the verse? Mad anyat ni janati. Sampada?
Sadhavorityo mayam sadhanamritayam twaham mad anyatena jananti naham tebhyo managapi.
Very good. Devotees live in my heart. I live in the heart of my devotees. I think of nothing but my devotees think of nothing but them. Isn't it a beautiful relationship? The best of our friends, right, will give us up. Correct? You agree with that? You may not agree now, but I'm telling you, I've crossed school, then college, then other college, and then I've changed 2-3 schools, and 2-3 colleges, and 2-3 workplaces. Friends have kept changing. Even if the best of the friends, with time things change. The best of the relatives, the best father, the best mother, they can only accompany us till who will complete? Avni.
Death.
Till deathbed. Correct? After that, who will accompany us? Krishna. He always is there for us. He never leaves us. He's our best friend. Suhridam sarva bhutana. The more we connect to him, the more he will connect to us. And we have discussed how to connect to him. So this is 9:29, and then 9:30 is very important. Api cheta suduracharo bhajate mam. Okay, let one of you read. Who wants to read? Vinayak? In Sampada, you read the translation after this.
Api chet sudurakaro bhajante mamanyana anabak sadureva samantavya samyag vishashito hisa. Hare Krishna.
Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Hare Krishna, Babaji.
Hare Krishna, thank you. And we'll also discuss 31. So we'll discuss these two together, Avni. And Rama, you read the translation, okay? Focus, I guess.
Shipam bhavati dharmatma shashvat chantam nigakshati konteya pratijana hi name bhakta panashyati.
Rama, read the translation, please.
Fear quickly becomes afraid, teaches and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, depart in Broadway, not my devotee never fails.
My devotee never perishes. Okay. How many of you have made a mistake in life? Anyone? Right? We all make mistakes. Mistake has two things, right? No one wants to make a mistake, right? It's unknowing, correct? And it's unwillingly, okay? If it's knowingly and willingly done, that's a blunder, right? That's not a mistake. Mistake is like an accident. Accidents happen on road. No one wants to have an accident. No one willingly plans for it, but they still happen. Similarly, let's say we get hurt. Either, how many of you have got stitches in life? Stitches, some sort of stitches. You know stitches, right? When we get I got like at 5 places. I was much more naughtier than all of you actually. I think one here, one on my knee. So everywhere. I've got so many stitches. 3-4 times I guess.
Recently heard, Gopal, right?
Yeah, Gopal. Yeah, he was.
He recently got hurt by an iron table and he got 10 stitches.
Yeah, yes. I got to know. Let's pray he recovers fast. So the point is that we get hurt, or you got some form of injury or some, right? We all get that, correct? Do we plan for it? Do we want it? But mistakes happen, right? Mistakes do happen. Sometimes it could be expression of anger also is a mistake. We don't want to do it. We don't want to speak harsh words, but sometimes we end up speaking it. Sometimes it could be something else. It could be, throwing tantrums. So we all make mistakes, but Kṛṣṇa says that I forgive. Forgiveness is very, very important. See, failure, we have to learn from the failure or mistakes. And failure is a failure when we stop trying. Okay, even if we make mistakes, we should keep trying. And then failure becomes a stepping stone. Can anyone of you give an example? A person who failed multiple times and then was a big success?
Can you repeat that, Proji? I didn't hear you.
Like, didn't Thomas Edison fail multiple times before finally creating the light bulb?
Yes. And there's so many such examples. I think now Binaki got the question, right? I think Lakshya wants to say one.
Albert Einstein, during his school, in his second year, third grade, third grade, his teachers said that he was too dumb to learn anything, and then he was teaching the teachers who said he was dumb.
Wow, that's a great example. Thank you for sharing. I mean, there are multiple such examples, right? There are multiples. Yeah, you have to raise the hand, Prabhu. You have to raise the hand so we know, that's the proper Zoom etiquette. Yes, tell what you have to speak.
So Albert Einstein, during the man who built the Titanic, first of all, that didn't succeed because the Titanic, it sank in 1912, but they kept trying to build another ship, which is better than that. And they learned the mistake what a Titanic had. Then they made even more better ships.
Wonderful. Thank you. So there are multiple such examples about, that failure is a stepping stone to success. So no matter we fail, we make mistakes, right? All of you learned how to ride a bicycle, correct? You made mistakes when you fell down, right? Perhaps, right? Any skill, swimming, cycling, anything in life. We make mistakes, but we have to keep trying. And we have to, let me complete this topic, okay? And you all will get chance to speak. So I'll come back. So the important lesson is that in life, we should not stop trying. We should be determined. And when others make a mistake, we should encourage them. We should forgive them. Because if we don't forgive others for their mistakes, then how can we expect God to forgive us for our mistakes? When we point fingers, Sampada did a mistake. See, I'm pointing 3 fingers on my own self. So we should not point fingers to others. I just took Sampada as an example. She didn't make a mistake. So the point is that we should not point fingers to others. Rather, we should see how I can improve my own self. Correct? And even if mistakes happens, Kṛṣṇa says, I forgive them, right? As long as they understand. And you all know the 6 R steps, how to handle mistakes. You all remember that? So review that again, okay? Go back to your notes, review that again, not now, maybe in your, sometime during the week, review that again. Very important lesson and lifelong lesson. Okay, so even if someone commits a mistake, he should be considered saintly. Because see, in bhakti, we all need each other's support, correct? So rather than blaming and pointing fingers, we should try to help and encourage each other, right? Because outside world will not remind us about Kṛṣṇa. So we should have good devotee friends like all of you are here. We should help each other, encourage each other. And even if mistakes happen, we should not take those seriously and keep our Kṛṣṇa conscious friendships, okay? So very, very important. And then failure will no more a failure. Failure is basically a stepping stone because Kṛṣṇa is very forgiving. Who are we to judge? Failure is not the opposite to success. It's the part of success. No one can expect to get great things without trying. And when we try, first attempt will not be a failure. First attempt will not be a success. So either we succeed or we learn. We have to learn the lessons. What can I do better? That's what Edison did. That's what Einstein, that's what all the scientists. So we have to remember that. Okay. And now we will read a few more things and then we'll go in breakout rooms also. We're excited to go in breakout rooms in smaller groups and discuss a topic about I'll tell you what the topic is, but it's going to take a few more minutes and let's see what we'll talk. So just to conclude this chapter, the last, the G is glories of Bhakti Yoga, right? K-I-N-G, we covered that. G is the glories of Bhakti Yoga. The devotee is very special to the Supreme Lord. And 9.34, if you have not learned this is an important verse. Who knows this verse? 9.34. Yes, Mishti? Wonderful. Actually, all of you know the first line, right? What's the first line? In which other verse it comes? Who knows? Manmana bhavamat bhakto, which is the other verse in chapter 18 where this line comes in the first verse. Navya? Viraj?
Prabhuji, this first line is also from 18.65, Manmana Bhavamat Bhakta.
Yes, and what is the next line in the 65?
Madhya Jimam Namaskuru.
Yes.
Evasya Satyam Ke.
Very good. So all of you know this first line. First line, when I say like the first two lines, you can learn the third and the fourth line for those who don't know 934. Basically, why is a teacher, Kṛṣṇa, repeating this? Because it is so important, right? To become my devotee. A devotee will never perish. My devotee will get everything. I will provide what he lacks and preserve what he has. I will always think of his welfare. I will forgive him for all the wrong he may do. Unknowingly, unwillingly committed mistakes. So many nice lessons. Kṛṣṇa is always there to protect. It's very easy to please Kṛṣṇa. And who would not make a choice to become a devotee? Only those who will complete this, who are dash. Lakshay? Foolish, Mura. So all of you are very intelligent, right? So, and you make the good choice of reading Bhagavad Gita, becoming its devotee. Okay, so any comments or questions before we wrap up? Okay, so for your homework, learn 34. See these verses. Go through the R's again. And I see practically none of you have learned the ninth, the Sadhunam, Sadhavo Hridaya Mayam. It's a very nice and easy verse. Learn that also, okay? It's important.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes.
So when is the sloka test for the 50 verses?
It will be in Kartik. But you can keep, you don't have to wait. If you have learned the 50 verses, then you can start learning the Kunti Maharani prayers.
Okay, Prabhuji. So it's going to be somewhere in November?
Yeah, about at least 5 weeks from now, or 4 to 5 weeks from now. Yes, Lakshay?
For this, like you said, we need to memorize the sloka for the homework. What number is it?
Yeah, I think where they got it, it's 934, and the Bhagavatam she'll post it. Okay. And you have to reflect on the 6 hours. But now I want to open up a few break rooms. Okay. So will everyone participate? Will everyone participate in the break rooms? Yes or yes? Yes. Okay, let's see. So remember, there will be 3 to 4 people in one, or 4 to 5. There are 4 rooms. So you have to, 4 people is sufficient in one room? You have to take a minute to reflect on, in your life, how you failed in something, but you continued to try it, okay? And then you achieved success in it. You didn't give up. Okay, so maybe a short story, maybe some example, maybe, okay, is the question clear? Okay, and then you can also tell your name and city you're from, and then you can tell this short story. And this is kind of your extempore. So the failure as a stepping stone. So you have to share a story from your life, not your father's, not your mother's, not your uncle's life, from your life, right? That you were nervous about it or something, and right, try to express. And let's try to give everyone chance. So one of you can be the moderators and make sure everyone speaks for 1 minute and approximately. All good? All good? Yes, no? Everyone knows what we are doing when you go in the break rooms? Okay, so we'll pause the live streaming now. So for those who are hearing